Hi. Okay, this is take two. If you care to see me doing that, I'm sorry, go back one and see that one. I'm so sorry. I almost said, you know what, just forget it. Forget it. But my friend Dion, the turquoise iris, when this kind of thing happens to her, she does not quit. She says, okay, here we go. We're doing it anyway. So I'm just going to keep painting. I hope that y'all rejoin me. If not, I'm still going to paint. And you can still watch on the replay. So I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. So, he's very gray. I'm going to pretend I'm talking to, oh, there you are. Hi, Laura. Thanks for coming back, you guys. Very sweet, very nice. We're going to figure it out. Ooh, this is very thick. I like it. Okay, I'm going to use, well, that's mixed with green, which is fine. I think the vase will be about right here. For now, not a big vase, just a little one. In the photo, it's smaller than that. Oh, I like the shape in the photo. That's what I do. I'm going to copy it. It's an inspiration. Yes. It's also, so the other day when I was on a live painting with two women I told you about earlier, all shoved out and the turquoise iris, I ended up talking about, and I mentioned, this looks like a Hershey's Kiss. They are, Dion? Oh, yay. Well, I mean, yours were the inspiration, although I did not look at yours before I tried to paint them because I knew that I would just copy those exactly, which would be fine, and I almost did. What is wrong with this face? It looks like a Hershey's Kiss. Oh, I see what's wrong with it. It needs more of a base. Hi, I didn't see who said hi. Why did the comments fade away? Dion, if you're still on here, I always say that I'm gonna, research it and see if there's something I can do to make the comments stay there. Because I can't see them. So I'm always like, we're touching the pink button. And then there they are. So, do you know? I mean, you do know. You probably can't fiddle with those when you do other ones at the same time, though. There. Still looks like a hurt. What is with that? Oh, even more. You know what? I need some water. So, that's the other thing I like about the DIY paint over the acrylic, which, like I said, this gorgeous pink up here is an acrylic by Artist Loft. The rest is my DIY paint because I can spray water on there and it'll move better. And acrylic, once it's dry, it's not going anywhere. I don't like a time limit, people. Right? We want to be able to not rush. Sometimes good things can come out of rushing, but not very often. So why can't I duplicate this? I should try my brush, I guess. Let's just make it a little taller, a little bit. That's going to do for now. We'll adjust it later. It looks, I kind of like it. Okay, but you know what I wanted to do was paint it's sitting awfully taller than it is and come over this anyway. We'll figure that out later because it makes it feel very rustic and, ooh, you guys see that? Oh, that looks really cool. I didn't even do anything. Hi, Dad. Is it really you? I miss you guys. Okay, menopause people. Crying all the time. I'm a grown woman. My parents live in Kansas City, where I grew up, and we are in South Carolina currently. All right, so I need a little gray there, a gray or a blue. For now, I'm going to use, this is a pedal pusher. You guys see the bottom of it? And I'll make that look like planks, like one of those, a pallet box made out of pallets. There we go. Okay. That'll do for now. It's crooked. Do y'all know I'm crooked? This is why a lot of the times, well, every time, I try to make a line that needs to be straight, to be level. I can see it, but when I paint it, it slants every time. Down to the left. Down to the left. Why? Because, there, is that better? I have minimal scoliosis. Like you can see it. See? So my left shoulder, one shoulder's lower than the other. It's fine. It didn't interfere with anything, but now that I'm painting? Canvas? Like, why is everything listing to the left, like on a ship? Listing there. Okay, that'll work. Let's do yellow. I need some yellow. I'm gonna use cake batter first. This is a gorgeous, like very soft yellow. I say delicious. It's probably some food that it reminds me of. And then I'm gonna use a bright yellow as well. I am. Ooh, and this has not dried, but is a little bit, it's real goopy in the lid. Best part for most things. Yeah, that's what this has too. Okay, so I'm gonna put some flowers are gonna go in here. So thank you, Dion. I appreciate that. Not only were, I'm gonna talk about the other artists again for a minute because I don't care. You know, did you guys know it takes nothing away from us if we talk about if we're complimentary or something to other people. I know you know that, but on the other hand, I feel like a little bit of this kind of going, well, people, it comes back to you anyway, but even while you say it, if I sat here for an hour and gushed over other artists, it doesn't say anything about my gifts or not as an artist, right? So I don't mind doing that. I think it's, we have a tendency as humans, it's our human nature to sort of put things in order. Who's first? Who's second? Who's best? Who's whatever? We know this because even in the Bible, I don't know if it was like the Last Supper. Sometime when Jesus was talking to his disciples, what did they say? One of them's like, "Hey, which one of us is the best? Which do you like the best?" They asked that. Jesus was like, "That's not what it's about, guys." They were asking about. He was trying to explain heaven to them, and what are they doing? They're like, "So who's going to be the most powerful ones of us in heaven? Am I first? And then who's after me? Who's next to you, Jesus? Which one's important?" I mean, we would do the same thing, I guess, but it's easy to kind of go, really? You're like sitting there with Jesus, and you're like, you should be embarrassed, dude. That's what I'm thinking. You should be embarrassed to ask him that. I would be like, I really would want to know, but I'm not going to ask him that. That's ridiculous. And he said something like, the kingdom of heaven is not about that. There's not, the last are going to be first. How about that? First will be last. It's not, we're not worried about that. You have got it all wrong, guys, basically. So, I don't know where that came from, but there you go. This so far looks more like a firecracker, but that's fine. It's color. We like it. It's pretty. And this will be up there. Okay, so I'm just going to wipe this off right here because I like it. I like the texture. I like the color. So, if anyone watching happens to be in New York, happens to, I don't know our son Landon, I don't want to bother him, but I want to know how he's doing. So I'm just putting it out there. Just putting it out there in the universe. Okay, I almost like it. I need to add more flowers there, don't I? I wish you could see this texture. It's really yummy. How glorious are the colors, gosh. I used coral. I need to get the other color again, I guess. Y'all, you want to give me some, I've been explaining to my friends and artists who, gosh, you guys, I'll swipe, that's it. It's not, Dad. It looks like your shoe, oh. There's a dad for you guys. Did you see that? He said it looks like his shoe polish can. But I know he's not trying to be insulting. This does. It does. It is a very muddy color as well. Here, look. We'll zoom in. Oops. Yeah, I'll go back to that. Just sort of sketching it with color is basically what we're doing here. I'm sorry. Does it get fuzzy when I move the camera? Hi, Karen. How are you? Look, Dad. They're saying hi to you. Those are my online friends. Not online friends. They're friends. Some of them I've met in person, some I have not yet. It's not for anybody. It's just to paint and then I'll sell it. So it's for whoever buys it. Unless I put it in our house, but I think I love the black, but it's a little too I don't know. We'll see. Who knows? That's what I'm going to say. Who knows? Okay, I'm just going to throw this yellow on here. So, I was going to say, can someone just tell me what to add? If you're like me, you're watching going, no, I can't. I don't know. I don't know. What do you think? I don't know. It needs more. I'll add kissing booth. You can always add kissing booth. Where's the kissing booth? Sorry, I have it right here. I do. Well, that's kind of a lie because it's not right here. So how much do you want to watch somebody paint or not? How desperate are you? Do you like them? They're pretty, aren't they? Not desperate. That's not what I meant. I meant like, you're like, no, I keep painting. I don't care. You can wait. Go to the bathroom. Come back. I'll be here. Or if you're like, I'm out. See ya. I think it depends on what you're doing at the time. Why don't I quit talking about it and find the actual paint? Kissing booth. It's a fuchsia. It's right here. It is. There it is. It even had the lid off because why? I was using it earlier today, hours ago. Okay, so I'm gonna use this one. We're gonna add a little of that. We can always maybe add some white to it to lighten it. Maybe if it's too dark. I think, okay, so this one has, all right, I like that. In this photo I'm looking at, there's a gorgeous, like, deep, well, this color, sort of, rosebud right here. So actually I made that more of a bud. That's too big for that. Let's make some roses up here then. I'm gonna make roses. I have a hard time making them closed, so I'm gonna open them up because that's what I do. Maybe add a little bit to these flowers. I don't know yet if that's a good idea. Here's what I had to learn to do today, or last night. I mean, I could do it. I just didn't think about how I need to make some flowers look like they're falling over and loose. If you guys have ever seen Turquoise Iris's work, when she used to do a lot of florals, just, paintings of them, just bouquets sort of like this. Her style is just what comes naturally to her, I'm sure. Just this loose, lovely, lilies and irises, iris. And I used to always try to do that. I thought, well, I'm going to try to do that. Can't do it. I mean, I could make something sort of like it. But anytime I try to just paint what I wanted, the flowers are always round. They're always kind of round like peonies. They're always kind of compact. I can't seem to get them loose and flowy, which is okay. If you want to learn how to do something, paint something badly enough, I mean, you can learn it. There's things. You can keep going until you get it. So I suppose if I studied a long time and tried for hours and hours, I could paint what Dion is painting, like after she's painted it, it's right there. Or just practice the style or look for other people's work that do loose, flowy style flowers. But it didn't feel like I don't need to do that. I don't have to. So I thought I was trying to find out what my style is. Who am I as a painter? And it's as an artist, it's round flowers. That's what it is. Because every time I do one, it's which is fine. So I need to put some maybe right. Let's put one here. Like it needs to be facing, sort of falling down, so it needs to be this way. So I'm going to sort of make little this. Now it's too big, but that's okay. And then I'll put the center of it sort of right here at the edge instead of like right in the center as if it were looking at us. Then if you're painting the center, it'll be right in the middle. But if you want to show a flower as sort of hanging like this, it helps to direct it that way. Does that make sense? A little bit. The other thing I discovered was if I slow down, I could do it closer to what I want the first time. And I have a hard time doing that. I like to keep going quickly. And then going back to fix it. Let's just fix it later. So anyway, I didn't look at the comments to see if y'all would like me to paint something, a color to put in here or something in here. We can do whatever we want. That's the cool thing about paint, right? It's not a scary thing. What's scary is, losing your job or your children being hurt or, real difficult, scary things that happen in life. Paint is not. It's just, You see what I mean? The difference, it's just no reason to be. I feel like I sort of like to give it the satisfaction as if it were a thing. Like, no, don't be afraid. You're just a thing. You're not that important in the scheme of things. Okay, that's kind of pretty, but it's not bound. I've got this bright pink in the center and then red all around the outside. Hi, Julie. Oh boy, I try. Thank you, Julie. I guess I'll probably make this a little shorter than I planned. I just can't think. Although, you know what I learned today, though? Or last night? It's this mind guy who's, I like to study how the brain works and like different things, ways to help you focus your thoughts or figure out why am I thinking like that? Can I change that? I can. We're the living things that can change our thoughts. Animals can't do. They don't know how to change their thoughts. They don't know. They're just driven by instinct, and we are. And then we can change it and go, nope, I'm gonna think something else. So anyway, I remember hearing once. I'm gonna say it really succinctly. I'm gonna try. But the part of our brain that controls like fear, I think fear and no, anger and pain are together. Right, fear. That goes into overdrive if we get, stressed out. If we're, in a state of sort of anxiety or stress, and it literally will try to shut itself down to conserve energy, I guess. So when we feel like, oh, I just can't think straight, I'm so, frazzled. It's literally true. It's You're not imagining it. Our brains are not functioning well. They're trying to shut down. And so this guy was saying to talk to yourself kindly, which I'm sure you hear all over the place. Not just because like that's, popular to be positive. It is seriously when we talk to ourselves, like we wouldn't talk to anybody else, a friend or anything. We call ourselves idiots. And look what you're doing again. You always do this. You're never going to do this. That kind of voice will usually have an always or a never. If you notice the voice saying that, you can be like, nothing's not ever never. And so when you start talking like that, it makes your brain not function as well. And that is why people that are motivator kind of people are so adamant about not, what's the word for that? The buzzword kind of, I don't know. I'm going to have to go and add pinks over these, I think. I don't have that creativity thing that lets me make different kinds of flowers. I'm going to make them all the same color. I don't know. I'm going to try not to. I'm going to try to see your comments again. I'm going to swipe. Here we go. Yes, it does, Lisa. I can, Dad. What would you like me to sing? Blue. More of the blue? Like where? Oh, on the crate. Right now I'm worried about the flowers. Anybody? And thank you, Sherry. Y'all, it's kind of a mess right now. I've made it a mess. Okay, I'll sing. Y'all tell me what. Can't think. My brain's threatening to do the thing where it's like, let's just not do anything. And I'm going to say, no, we're doing it. I can't think of what to sing. Anybody? Oh, there's yellow roses too. Okay, I'm going to keep them separate. I need to learn how to do that. To paint flowers that are different and not make them all the same kind of flower. I literally didn't realize I don't do that. Julie, that's ugly. I mean, that's an ugly song. We're not going to sing Itsy Bitsy Spider, we're not the watch about, don't get mad, We're going to sing a pretty song. I don't know what, though. See, I want to put, like, the yellow inside the other flower instead of making it its own flower. Oh, this might not be the night, guys, for learning a new skill. I may have to just, there. I made one that's not. I'm looking for suggestions here. I can take requests. Oh, tiny flowers. Yes, what Disney thing, Dad? Let me think. What's one of our songs? A ballad or a happy funny one? I can't think. Ooh, Les Mis. That's a little bit of a whole other pickle there. Those would be very dramatic and loud and long. I was kind of liking the Disney vibe there. Let me see this picture. Why? Oh, I see, though. We can make tiny little, you know what? I'll use blue iris. Not blue iris. I love blue iris. The periwinkle that we have in DIY. The water lily. And I'll make little, what are they, hyacinths? I don't know what they are. Okay, I'm going to get the water lily and I'm going to sing something. Oh, I get it. I understand, Julie. If they're watching now, I'd be glad to sing a kid song. Lisa, I mean, that's not a, I don't know the words. Look at her, you know you do. Possibly she wanted to. There's one way to ask her. But you don't know, oh, and you don't know why, but you're dying to try. You wanna kiss the girl. Sha-la-la-la-la-la, my oh my, look at the boy too shy. He gonna kiss the girl, whoa, whoa. Sha-la-la-la-la-la, something, something. Na-na-na-na-na-na. He gonna miss the girl. That's not, it's not pretty. It's happy though, isn't it? A dream is a wish your heart makes. This is for Dad. When you're fast asleep, in dreams you will lose your heartache. I'll cry though. Whatever you wish for, you keep. Have faith in your dreams, and someday a rainbow will come smiling through. No matter how your heart is grieving, if you keep on believing, the dream that you wish will come true. There. That's for my dad. Hi, Jennifer. This looks funny. Let me move you more directly in front of it. Oh, I can't because this is in the way. And then they say dum dum da da dee da dum dum. Thank you, Dad. I want to get a message to Calvin, but I don't want to, talk on the phone or anything. And if he even can, if he's worn out or whatever. But I can't think, are any of the kids on Facebook or YouTube or anything? Any of the Yoders? We have a good friend who is one of my, a good friend of my dad's since I was 3 and I'm 51, so long time, has cancer, and he's just an amazing man, Calvin Yoder. Okay, please do. Okay, let me check. I'm going to look again, like I said, until I figure out how to see these without doing that. Thank you, ladies. What is a good one that is fun and enjoyable in the things? You know what? We could put some light back here. You know what? That's what I'm going to do with the blue, Laura. I am going to use sea glass because there's a little bit more of a green in it, but it's blue. What's something fun to sing? Like, ooh, I can't think. I can't think of it. Let's make this. We'll make it sort of a door. Be a barn door behind it. Yup, that's what we're gonna do. I start lists of song suggestions for myself so that I have something, and then I forget where I've written those down or typed them. I have them in memos. So I have done that. I always figure someone's going to say, write them down when you think of them. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. All right, we're going to do that. And here's what I'm going to do. The flowers might be dry enough that I can get away with. Okay, and theoretically, if you're doing a piece, what you want to do is paint the background first. Obviously, there's no rules, so you don't have to. But this would be easier since I want to have sort of a texture and make it look like an actual barn door or something. I wouldn't have to paint around my flowers. But I'm going to because I want to. I'm going to spray water on that and let that kind of run. Oh, you know what? I could show the painting that Dion and Quita and myself did. I'm going to do that. Y'all help me feel happy and or decide to be happy. I have all the blessings and the things. Oh, you know what? I didn't finish my little rant about this very thing. Can we all, if we would all decide to give everyone the benefit of the doubt? I mean, corporations, airlines, small shops, grocery stores, families, workers, people in other countries, all the people, if we would kind of give them the benefit of the doubt. Like if we read something and we're like, why would they do that? Can we just assume there's a good reason? There's got to be a good reason. That's a good one, Sherry. God is good. That's it. It doesn't do any good. It doesn't help us feel better or more peace or happy or anything, right? So it's like this automatic, emotion we feel. But then when you feel that, then you should go, you know what? I don't want to be mad at that thing, person, whatever. So let's just assume there's a really good reason. What if they have, I don't know. Like if someone is out and about when you feel like they shouldn't be doing that, let's assume maybe they have a sick baby and they had to get out to go wherever, or they're claustrophobic and if they don't go out they'll lose their mind. I don't know. And then if we're staying in and someone's like, why you haven't gone here? You should have, because I don't want to go out. You know what I'm saying? That's boring examples, but this just looks like a wreck. We're gonna fix it though. We can do it. Here's what. No, I don't want to do that. I don't have a quick way to fix this. Anybody want to give me? Well, more greenery. Let's put some more salty kiss. That's always more salty kiss. Hashtag more salty kiss. That's a good rule of thumb. If we do that. Just gonna put that in there. Our friend Calvin, I stayed with them. They live out on a farm. He was a dairy farmer his whole life. But he has this perfect ear and an amazing, beautiful, resonant voice. So they sang in their quartet. There were about 4. Barbershop. And we're very good. Let's just say that. Very, very good. Amazing. And I used to stay with them and play piano for their church's Bible study. And they used to have Bible, what's the word? Not Bible study. Oh my gosh, Vacation Bible School. Anybody Vacation Bible School? And I used to go out there and play for their little church there. And their kids were friends of mine. And I was raised in the suburbs of the city of Kansas City. And so I got to be out on the farm and see the cows and feed the cows and pet the kittens and name the kittens and all those. So it was really, I loved it. And I had a point to telling you that, and I can't think of it now. And they have a very big love for our God. And when I was younger, I don't know how old I was. If you're still watching, maybe you remember, I don't know. They bought their kids, they were buying some new Bibles. There's a version out called the Living Bible. It's for like the children's Living Bible. And it's written, it doesn't change the meaning, but it puts it in not the King James, difficult to understand, so that children they're not going to read it and want to check it out. And so it says it in plain language, like, I can't think of a single example right now. Anyway, but they were going to town, because they lived out in the country, like I said. And I still remember that they were buying their 2 children a Bible. And I remember thinking, oh, you don't have to buy me one. But they did, because they're kind. And I read that thing. I mean, it's cover to cover, not right then, because, it's the whole Bible. It's a lot of stuff. But I started right away. I think I was 11. And looking back, I think that they might have planned that, to buy Bibles. for all three of us, knowing that maybe we would sit down and read it. You know, maybe we're out in the country. There's a lot of, you know, it's possible. Knowing if we understood some of it, and it is a very living kind of word. It does make you, it speaks to you. It can speak to you at different times. It is very real and living because there's not a time that you wouldn't read it seeking something and have it just feel like there's nothing there. It will always say something to you. It's like God speaking to you because it's his words, literally. His word. So when people say, you know, I don't hear anything from God, he's not telling me anything. But the word is here. Here's the words written. It's on your phone. It's on your mat. You can find it easily in pretty little memes. Like read it, and then those are literally his words. Now, of course, he can speak other than that, but when I heard that, I was like, oh, that's how it's like a conversation. But if we're just talking, we're talking. Thank you, God. Here's the things. Can I do this? What should I do here? Tell me the things. And then we get up and we go about our day. And we're running around, and then we're like, I'm so stressed out. What do I do, God? And then you just keep going. We never think about it. We never. We have to really, really make an effort. It's hard to make yourself stop and just be still. Listen, which you can do, but also if you open his actual word, we're likely to see some of the words, and they'll speak to you. They will. I guarantee it. Like if you're watching and you're like, not reading the Bible, thanks, hon. Thanks for playing. No, thank you. Trust me. It's a challenge. Not really. You know what I need to see? Sherry, that comment came up right then. That's awesome. I'll have to look see what you said. You will hear something. God can say, okay, here it is. Let me tell you something. And it's different for all of us because we all have different needs. Now I'm just putting blobs of pink roses in here. So, yes, Lisa, that's one of my favorites. Dion just did a heart talk. I think it was yesterday. And I believe it's in your group, Dion, or it might be on her main page, but she has a group on Facebook. But she's been walking and having talks, and she was talking about being quiet. That we're all, like, if we're lonely and we're trying to make sense of things and we're talking and we're talking and we're talking and we're talking. But that, you know, we need to be still. And I was like, yes, me too. I need to be still. It's hard. Okay, so that's a different shape than I planned, but again, I'm kind of a compact girl. I was going to paint this, and it's going to be very flowing here and just kind of a few things here, and now I'm making this whole kind of, okay, but you know what? If it's pretty, and I like it, and you like it, then that's all I care about. I don't really care if it's, I need to fix this, don't I? Now I don't know if I want the black on there. Let me get I can add, I'm going to get a paintbrush that will put the color on here in about 3 seconds. Oh my goodness. What should I get? Oh, here's the water lily. Dang it. You don't get white. I'm going to throw some white on there, and it will probably make it gray, which is okay. Because I want it to stand out from, so here's what I'm going to do. I've got white on here, and I'm going to spray. Watch this, guys. Watch this. Since this is chalk paint up here, clay-based chalk paint. Let me zoom in. Hold on. Yes. And I can take those edges and go back over them. Again, if you're just tuning in or just starting right here, and you'll be saying, why didn't you do that first? Because I thought I would do a black background, but I'm wrong. Not so much. Looks like it's going to be gray. Now I add some little tiny blue flowers. Let's do that. Then I can use my palette knife and sprinkle some white or gray in there, and it'll just give the illusion of I always have the links all together for you if to buy the paint or these brushes, the brushes that I sell, or in the description. And so you can always find them there if you wanna try it because it's delicious. I need some more white. More white. Yeah, this is totally changed, didn't it? I put my head right in the way. I'm not. Okay. Now it doesn't look, it's not done. What we're kind of doing is an intuitive painting here, where you just kind of start painting, even though it looked like it wasn't going to be. It looked like it was going to be a floral. It still is. Really, what I painted was kind of what felt good, what I just wanted to paint. Like, well, they just do this naturally, and now it's going to turn into something else. And here's another layer. Obviously, we want, you know what? Oh, I'm going to spray it. We're going to let those edges soften up by spraying it. Now that pink, like I mentioned, is not DIY, so that's not going to drip. Because you don't get to play with acrylics once they're dry, man. But the rest we can. That's kind of yummy. I'm going to put the white in and a boot. We're just going to erase the black altogether. And no one will be the wiser. I am just saying. Ooh, I see the comment. Hi, Terry. How are you? And then I can go in and fill out these flowers a little better when I figure out what the heck I wanted to make them in the first place. So this looks terrible, but it won't after I get it sort of put in there. I should be using a brush for that. Let me use a brush. I'm going to poke it in there. We're just poking the white in. Poke, poke, poke. Now I could really just sort of scrape it down a little bit and start over, but I don't want to. This is how an intuitive painting, if you want to try that ever, which I learned from Kelly Weiler. I need to shout her out because she also has a YouTube channel. It's called Girl Upcycled Studio. And I'm learning a lot about that from her. That if you, now I forgot what I was saying about that. Oh, if you do an intuitive paint, you're kind of painting what you wanted to do. And then it'll take shape as something that's either, hey, this is really, I like this. I'm going to do more of this. Or I also did that in there without even realizing it. Doing something I'm like, not so great. Not really gonna paint over that or wash it away or whatever. More white. So that's what's happened here. I would never have planned, hey, let's do some flowers, but then we put the greenery on and then it's the wrong flowers. I didn't really like the shape, and we ended up getting rid of the black and making it white and gray and blue and all the things. But this way, I'm going to keep doing that. So it's still not where I would just end it. Say it's pretty, ta-da! No. It will contribute to the whole of it, where there will be layers and different and more depth to it. If you're just willing to kind of trust the process and be not afraid of messing it up. Like I said, I get when you get something that is really pretty and you're like, you can always stop when you want, but don't be afraid because, again, let's think about a lot worse things that are happening and things that are scary. And painting something is just, it's not one of them because it's not permanent. Death is permanent. Well, not from a soul Christian perspective, of course. But, it's, for our human bodies, it's permanent. Cement can be permanent unless you get like a jackhammer. My point. Taxes, those are, a definite. What else? But paint is something you can change, and so it can just be fun. That was probably not a good idea. Not a good idea. But here's the thing, it can drip off of that. Now look what we did. Do we think that's amazing or do we think it's awful? It's kind of awful. But, oh gosh, just knock this over. I'm wondering if it's dry. The other parts were dry enough that I can dab it off of there, but I don't know for sure. I'm going to try it though. Let me get, well, I'll get my dry, just my cloth. And then, oh yeah, that'll work. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's kind of amazing. I was going to try a wet wipe instead. See, it's turning into something entirely different. And I kind of like it. Dad, if you're still on here, and maybe haven't seen, I've been doing this series in between other things called Spotlight, and I'm doing it from scenes from the movie The Greatest Showman, and then including that dresser that's got spotlights on it from Hamilton. That looks like it's made from like paper mache. No, from, what does that look like? Like it's been decoupaged, like tissue paper or something. You guys see that? That's kind of really cool. I am not trying to tell you, oh, I knew this would happen. No, I didn't know. Okay, I want that back on there. Let's make this stand out. I don't know. You could bring it sort of like reverse, like negative or positive, whatever the opposite of putting it on there, we're taking it off. Oh, that's fancy. Now I'll add more to it. So that would be, and this is intuitive painting. I gotta change the title, because now what we're looking at is different things we've done that some were pretty and some weren't, but they're all adding it together to make sort of different layers and different depth and things. Like, I don't think I'll like, end up with liking this yellow up here. We'll put something else over that. So probably right now I would want to go ahead and get the outside set, since we didn't do that first, and then let that dry a little bit and go back and then add more on top of it. Oh, that'll be delicious. I'm doing that. That's way more fun than trying to work on my laptop and getting frustrated. Let's just paint. Yep, that's what's going to happen. So what I'll do is mess about with the outside. Let me look at your comments and see if someone's telling me, hey, do this. Let's see. Thank you. Hi, Teaspoon. From, it does, Jennifer. From, yes, death does suck. You know, Julie, don't you? What was I saying? I interrupted myself. Oh, from Hawaii. I was going to say from Hawaii. You are in Hawaii, right? Sherry, thank you. Dab on, dab off. I don't know what you're talking about, Jennifer. Wax on, wax off. Let's see. Did I miss anything else? Couldn't find it. Terry, mine too. It's good. Thanks, Terry. It is totally different. French millinery, you know what? And I was gonna, well, it does matter, Laura, like when you're, I know as an artist, and you're more of an artist than I am. Oh, Joyce Myers, Christine, preach. Christine, Joyce Myers. I have her now. It's very easy. You can find her on YouTube. I'm subscribed to her thing, but it's also a podcast, and it's also, I'm sure, probably on Facebook. I haven't looked there. So I used to listen to a podcast, and then was on YouTube, and something popped up, and so I just kind of go to YouTube and scroll down the titles until I see one, and I'm like, oh yes, that's what yes. It'll say how to have peace, how to enjoy your life, or God is not mad at you. Lots of titles, and they're good. Okay, I can't remember what I was saying. Look at your comments. You know what? It's 45 minutes. I should probably go. Oh, I don't know how to tell people about the YouTube. I made a post about it. You're in Canada. Well, now I feel stupid. But you know what? I don't care. I mean, I care, but I don't. I can't worry about feeling stupid, can I? No. I know you said aloha, but I really thought you were a viewer in Hawaii, because somebody is. Okay, I am going to use this water lily. It's a periwinkle, pretty much. So I want to use this for some little flowers in there. So what should the background be? Maybe all white, for real? let's make some more white happen. And then y'all want to tell me what I want, a background that's not going to compete with the painting. So not like pretty pinks or yellows or corals or green or even red or fuchsia. I'm going to add more white first. And then we'll go from there. I guess I really should go though. Ooh, yeah, I'm just gonna, lately I've been saying that I'm putting this on, but I'm gonna use my Paint Pixie. I forget, sometimes I can't decide. They're both so delicious that I can't decide what I want to use when it's something that doesn't matter, that's abstract, that it doesn't matter how you put it on. It matters, but oh, this is all janky. Okay, this is gonna have some green and pink on it, but I don't care. Because I love this look, but I also love the blended, very subtle look of the Paint Pixie. Let's just do both so you can see. Jennifer, I should work on yours on here. Shoot, though. You know what? I'll do it on Facebook if you don't mind. I don't want to make this too long or like have I'm going to do another live back to back. Yeah. I'll do it on Facebook. I will go on there and work on that. So we got that kind. Oh, you know what? That's not chalk paint. That's acrylic. That's no good. Where is my Paint Pixie? I just threw it, I'm sure. There it is. Okay. Doggone it. Guys. Man. Alright, well. Because I have this, I'm just going to use, you know what? That's that prairie gray that my dad said looks like his shoe box. He keeps his shoe polish in. It does. You can't, except for the green. Can't really argue with that, can we? Nope. We can change the color of the vase, the vase, the thing, and make it a bit of a prairie gray in there. Prairie gray, and then the layers behind it of gray, the white, and the black. You know what? We could even sort of dab off and go back down to the black if we want. And I painted over an old painting, and so the texture is behind there, which is fine unless it's sort of, I don't know what the rules are, but I feel like if the lines are, sticking up and they're in the shape of something or they're distracting, which I feel like that is. So I'm going to take one of mine. You guys see up there? Probably not. Are you? Oh, it is kind of cool. It does look like I did that on purpose, doesn't it? There. What I'm doing, I don't know if you can see the texture that's under it. It's from another painting, and it was actually it's sticking out, and it's sticking out like in a line, and I didn't really want that. That might be cool. Do you guys see that? Not so much that exactly, but let's look. That might be the coolest thing ever. Is there a rule about the distracting from the thing? I mean, there's no rules, but there are in general. There could be something like, if you're doing a floral, don't make the background too distracting. Is that a rule? I don't know. And I wouldn't care, except for sometimes, maybe it's just because I'm old, but sometimes rules are, and a lot of times, if a rule is there, sometimes it doesn't have a good reason and it's dumb. But sometimes a rule is there for a reason, for a good reason, like because it'll draw the eye away and your painting will not be good. I don't know. I should probably just stop talking. Gosh, I might have to do that to my wall. It's pretty freaking cool, actually. See what happens if you're willing to just experiment and keep going even when you have no clue if it's, a good idea. I love it. I love it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, if anyone is a Gmail expert, you could tell me how to get my emails combined, and an Etsy expert that will tell me why I haven't heard from customer service as to whether or not my domain is working. That would be so fantastic, and I would not have to work so hard to get the piece going. Their customer service is usually so good, and I'm telling you, the emails are not getting to me. I don't know. I keep emailing them, and they keep not saying anything, and that is not. But like I said, I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. Like, I'm assuming they have answered me, and my thing is not showing it. I don't know. Okay, I feel like I've talked way too much, so I'm not going to do that anymore. Guys, so it's a big mess, but it's the beginning still of something really cool. That's what I'm going to say. So I'm trying to make sure that you can get to, not She Paints 2, it's still She Paints 2 right now. On Facebook, I'm She Paints. And go to She Paints Art, because the domain She Paints is taken. So I can't have shepaints.com. It's just not going to happen. Unless somebody who owns it, you know, decides to let it go. Let it go, let it go. I am one with the earth and sky. Let it go, let it go. He'll never see me cry. That's a lie. Here I stand. Let's just do that. In the light of day, let the storm rage on. The cold never bothered me anyway. How many people are like tearing their hair out when they hear that? Maybe it's been long enough. Oh, here I go again, doing my firecracker leaves. I gotta stop. This is what happened years ago, and it still does, so I gotta figure that out. I'm just gonna throw some right there, right there. Let this one hang down. I guess we'll paint on, well, no, we don't want perfectly symmetrical, do we, when I go back in here? I'll redo that, obviously. Do we want something really tall right here, sticking up way up here? That's where we'll put our periwinkle. I got it. I got it. Gonna put them on these little things. They're gonna stick out like that. Oh, you can't see that. I'm sorry. And that I can make hang down, I bet, because they're tiny. But we don't want it to be too symmetrical, right? So how do you not make it too symmetrical when I want it coming out everywhere? I don't know. Okay, now I'm just gonna dab on my my water lily. Water lily. It looks blue, but it also can look a little purpley, a little bit lavender. It's not lavender, there's too much blue in it for that. Let me get my little brush. I'm just sticking on there. And then I'm going to go, for real. Let's dab them on, like. You see that? Yeah. Okay, Laura, good idea. This train is bound for glory, this train. Where do these songs come from in my head? This train is bound for glory, this train. This train is bound for glory. Don't something, nothing but the righteous and holy. This train is bound for glory, this train. That's an oldie. So do I stop or do I make them go all over? Probably shouldn't do that, should I? I am not good at this part. Like I said, I like to do a picture instead because I can see what's there and not what's not. Dink, dink. Okay, and I just shouldn't do that, but I'm going to. I mean, shoot, I might seal that and then come back and water it all down again and see if any of it blends. Okay, so it's going to take more than that, work. I can't just go, okay. I mean, I could, I suppose, but yeah, we won't leave it like that. But look how pretty it's going to be. Okay, that's a mess. If you'll look at what you're doing in a camera, a lot of times it will help. People told me that, and I was thinking, I'm looking right at it. What do I need to take a picture of? Because I guess the light hits it differently than what you're seeing. But I'm like, oh, that's a mess. So maybe we should go back to black. I might go back to black. Might do it. I'm going to put this on the box again. We're back to having some blue on there, sort of. A different kind of blue. And I will, I should have done that with I can see. What if we did black again? I'm just going to get black, maybe. Is this my little black dress? Yes, it is. All right, I'm going to go. But if you're still here, give me your opinion. We're going to see what this looks like. Because looking in there, I don't think that's too much. It isn't. If it was black instead, again, would that be more striking? Possibly. If I were to go in there. So here's what I'm going to do, back and forth and back and forth. I'll go back over this stuff, and then once again I'll put the flowers over it, because in real life you don't have, your background doesn't come and envelop you. At least not this side of heaven. Oh. Just kind of throwing it on, looking in the mirror. In the mirror. This has turned into not really impasto because we've turned it into an intuitive instead of an actual figure of something initially. What is that? Oh, the light's on it. You can't see. From here, it's black. Seriously, why is it? The light's hitting it differently. Let me turn the light down. There. Here. There. See what it looks like? Ta-da. Man, I don't know. It's striking, but do we like that? I don't know. Oh, I know. Someone tell me. Oh, that scared me. Do I want it sort of black towards the top and fading to lighter at the bottom, or vice versa? Could do that. Now we're back to a vase thing. Okay, that's going to look really cool when we're done, when Kristen decides what in the world she meant to do. Hang on. Give you a different look. Nope. Why doesn't that change the thing of it? Oh, Kristen, you could actually move the easel. There. So, oh, you guys could be answering me, and I wouldn't even know because I forgot to have to pull these up. So sorry. Nope. There we go. There's the black. Which is good, right, Laura? Or not? It makes you want to change them, or they needed to be changed? Yes, Laura, I forget. I've got those. It's what I use for my granite tutorial. Night. Thank you, Sherry. Yeah, you go, girl. Yay. Okay, you can't watch it till I get off of here, can you? A big mess of awesomeness. Okay, I am going to get on Facebook, but in just a second. Oh, Laura, you're right about the light. I forget about that, too. Yeah, I've just ordered copper tonight. Yes, Jennifer, that's what it looks like. I think, Sarah, that I do like to use it on furniture, and I use it on, yeah. Probably not. I feel like this one's kind of turning, like it's like an earthy, kind of farmhousey kind of thing. So I think this one's not going to have that. But I got carried away for a while there, using on everything. You can't really go wrong, but you kind of can with too much golden ticket on some things. I've done that. I'm feeling very faded farmhouse with this one. Oh, where the light's coming from, that's right. Yeah, and I haven't decided about that yet. I don't really know. Can't tell that in intuitive painting. Still just painting what happens and what feels like will be really cool. I'll add that at the end too, Laura. That's what I learned from this, at least. That's what I do with people and things. Once I get the whole thing almost done, one of the last things I'll do is sort of highlight with white, and I will add more, touches where the light's coming from, usually. But I haven't always, and it's okay. Yeah, here I don't know whether to put it from the top or the bottom. I feel like it should probably be up here too. Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm sorry. I am keeping you. Also there, that leaf was too big. I'm gonna just sort of do that. Get rid of it. This is a little black dress. I'm gonna order some black velvet. That's the other black with the DIY paint. It's a little bit of a softer black, I think. I've honestly never used it because I like little black dress. All right, I'm gonna go. I'm sorry, I won't keep you so long. Those that want to watch it in the replay can't do that if we're still live. So I'm gonna do that. Thank you for watching. If you like it, I'd love for you to subscribe or just watch some of the other videos on here. It's a good thing. It's a good thing for everybody, for all of us. And if you don't like me, then I am the turquoise iris. Just kidding. I did that a couple years ago, I think. I made a little video and said, if you like this, she paints. If you don't, I am the turquoise iris. Just kidding, Dion. She's funny, though. She gets it. She's funny. She's a funny lady. All right, I'm going to stop. I really am. Here we go. Stopping. I'm going to stop this and try to get a couple steps done so that my overwhelm doesn't feel huge. I'm going to tell my brain, we got this. We're going to do a step towards it, and then it will happen. Towards the email and the Etsy and the Shopify website I'm going to set up, because I can sell my paint, this paint, on there. Okay, that almost looks really cool. All right, I'm going to stop. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. Back up. I'm going to go. I feel like I should apologize. Who does that? Alive. I'm sorry. All right, thank you for watching. And I will talk to you soon. I'll be over on Facebook here in a little bit. And, oh, I didn't show you the one more thing. Yeah, I know that's how you do. I don't work out any layout. You see how of course you end up with, kind of a mess as well. Hold on 1 minute, please. Look, I want to show you the piece that I have from Dion and Quita and myself. That is one of the turquoise iris girls. And she made a beautiful garland. I mean, I painted over it, and I just didn't like doing that. I was like, how do I, but if I make the flowers too small, then they would look funny. Anyway. And Quita did the background in the first place. It's very delicious, and there's a lot of texture in it that I was able to use. Can you see that texture? Quita did that. And I made that the horizon line. She put a really cool thing. Anyway, that's it. And she's called, I think they named her Peaceful One. There's two others, and one has sold, but this is 24 by 24. Gallery wrapped. Oh, I haven't painted the side yet. Look at that. Okay, anyway, thank you for watching, ladies. I appreciate you so much. Like I say, if you weren't watching, I would, there would be no point for me doing this. I would feel very stupid, and I appreciate you for any minute at all that you're watching. I appreciate it. You guys have a good night, and hang in there. We're all in this together. I did just sing High School Musical. I did. Okay, good night.